All right, and we live, man. We live with another episode, man. Another episode of Off the Bench podcast. Y'all know we bring y'all back with another Thursday night football episode. Also, this will be an NBA episode. We'll be discussing the NBA in-season tournament, giving our predictions and winners of that. Also, wild cards. So we're gonna go and get right into it. Thursday night football today. Thursday Amazon Prime, they like to steal our money with these football games, these scheduled games they be putting on TV. Today we had the Chicago Bears versus the Carolina Panthers, two mid teams, two teams that won't be playing after week 17. So we won't elaborate too much on this, but the question that I want to ask you, since we are at the midway point, 9 weeks, 10. This will be their 10th game for some teams, coming up this Sunday. So would you say this would be like up to your caliber, your standard? Would this be uh of what a bust year for Bryce Young?
Nah, I don't think so. If you would have named the other quarterback who was supposed to be playing in this game, would have said yeah. As much as it pained for me to hurt, it hurt me to say that. I'm not out on Justin Fields, but I'm also realistic. I don't let bias dictate my decisions. I fuck with Justin Fields. I thought he could be this quarterback for the Bears. Couldn't. He's not gonna be the starting quarterback for them next season. I thought Kyler was gonna be out the door. Kyler Murray. The Bears, if they lose this game, they really should win this game though, because if they win this game, they get a higher pick, a higher
Mm-hmm.
odds at number one, because they got the Panthers pick too. But if they lose, they still got they pick. So you know, if they lose to the worst team in the NFL, they're gonna be the worst team in the NFL. So you got a high chance of getting that pick. And then
Mm-hmm.
the second worst team in the NFL, you have their pick. So you got a good chance of getting the Caleb Williams, quarterback you want. Bryce Young, I think he got potential, a lot of good potential. It hurts him because CJ Stroud was just balling this season.
And yeah, that's really what led me to that question, because a lot of people, they both rookies and come into the season. Then if I'm not mistaken, Bryce Young would take it before CJ Stroud.
Number one
It's
overall.
a number one overall quarterback, and so we seeing this the season that CJ Stroud having. And, people want to compare them, but so go ahead and elaborate what you were about to say, because that's really what's the reason why
Nah,
I asked that question.
that's what I finna say, because we was talking about it on here. I'm a big CJ guy because he went to Ohio State. That's my dog. Man, great quarterback, amazing. But even I was saying going into the draft, we had an episode, and I said that Bryce Young is the number one overall pick. He is the best quarterback in the NCAA in college football. Just because, not because he has a stacked O line or stacked receivers. He is just a guy, like he knows the game.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, it's just not showing because he has nothing. That he had relatively close at Alabama. He has no wide receivers, really, no offensive line.
No run
Yeah,
game.
no run. It really it's a lot dependent on him. Where I look at CJ, and again, I was probably higher on CJ than a lot of people, and there's a lot of fake love getting shown. I see a lot of people trying to. I've been CJ Stroud. He tested. I've been anything Ohio State. I've been on.
Y'all can watch from week one.
Yeah. I've been on CJ, but I couldn't even. I couldn't even expect him to do this. I thought Bryce would be better, and I thought Anthony would be like the one. Like he's second best. He's been playing the second best, which I thought he would, and I thought CJ would be the third. It would be like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, CJ is the one that should have been picked third, and not it should have been Bryce, Anthony, CJ. That's what I was expecting, but man, this man came into this year and just balling. Bryce Young not playing terribly. It just rookie year. It's just a realistic rookie season. That's just how he's just playing like a realistic rookie. He number one overall. His team is trash. They sold his wide receiver to the Bears so they can get him. So they knew they shot themselves in the foot knowing they don't got no wide receiver for real. They got Adam Thielen, who was on the back end of his career. I do think Bryce Young got potential this year. Just like we said week one, not a lot of wins gonna come from this first season from him. Right, not gonna be too many not too many wins. Is this first time he got to be in a losing situation, and he handled it good for a young kid that come from winning majority of the time, high school and college. So I think the future is bright. It's just CJ balling out his mind. It's crazy, really.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, and to answer the question, like I wouldn't. Me personally, I wouldn't consider this a rookie year a bust for Bryce Young for all the things that we kind of named. The lack of offensive line that he got. I don't have the numbers for y'all for this video to know how many times he been pressured and sacked and all those things. But I'm pretty sure it's been a very high amount and pretty
I
sure.
know he a top 5 sack quarterback in the NFL
Yeah,
as a rookie.
I'm finna say, and I'm
I know
pretty sure
that.
he the most sacked probably as a rookie.
Yeah, I know that for a fact. I
In
know
the
that.
and the most pressure. Then
That's
we
crazy.
were just I was just watching we were just watching the game, and the commentator right before halftime, they was like, Bryce Young, he actually having a good season. Was just like, when you going in the game plan for the Panthers, who scare you on the perimeter, and
Yeah.
on the outside at the tight end wide receiver position. They don't really have too many playmakers who you can just throw the ball out there, run some RPOs, which kind of fit into the type of game play style that Bryce Young want to play. He want to get the ball out of his hands quick,
Mm-hmm.
and allow his playmakers to rack up on them yards at the catch, things of that nature. Which they traded DJ Moore, who was perfect for I think would have been perfect to have to pair it with Bryce Young
Mm-hmm.
to kind of mold him to have a security blanket in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you add all this unnecessary pressure on them and all these unrealistic expectations imposed to somebody like CJ Stroud, which CJ Stroud, like you said, we didn't expect this, but he also do have a security blanket. His offensive line not as bad, not as terrible. His receiving core not as terrible. His running back, his run game not as terrible. So
Straight up, nah, I ain't gonna lie. Pat receivers, give them the edge. Running backs, ass. Both of them, trash. I'm a Texans. I'm a Texans guy low key because I fuck with CJ. I turn him to a lot of games. Running game, trash. I'm talking about.
and Texans also got a tight end.
They got a good. You know who their tight end is? Dalton Schultz. He used to play for the Cowboys. He just moved to Houston. He stayed in Texas. He get some get back. He having
Yeah,
a good season. I agree with everything you saying though. Everything CJ got is just like way better than what Bryce has. Bryce has nothing.
yeah, and have nothing. Literally have nothing. And it's hard for a rookie quarterback to, especially at the quarterback position, when you got to rely on your offensive line to protect for you. You got to rely on your receivers to catch the ball when you throw it to them.
Mhm.
And when that's not happening, a lot of that can fall on the quarterback shoulders, which is it's uncalled for, and I don't think it's right. Because Bryce Young, he do got a lot of potential. He
He
do
got a
got a
lot of
lot.
potential.
He do got a lot of game. He got a lot to his skill set, to his toolbox, which I think can be unlocked if the Carolina Panthers do, they rebuild and
Mhm.
go about it the right way. The first thing that I would do, in this offseason, and I'm calling up some receivers, whether that's some wide receiver twos, no wide receiver threes. We don't need those no more. We got enough of
You got to
those.
upgrade.
Yeah, we need we calling the wide receiver ones, wide receiver twos. The no disrespect to the old Laves, he a wide receiver two. I wouldn't call him a one. I think like the ones are like the DAs, the Stephons, the Tyreek Hills, the AJ Brown, Devontae Smith. He's a two right now.
Yeah, I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? He got wide receiver one game, but he's a two.
All right, so hold on. Let me give you some names. How Mike Evans.
He's a one.
Okay. Odell.
That's a two.
Curtis Samuel.
That's a two.
Tyler Boyd.
That's a two. You know what I'm saying? Those are guys I'm calling.
I would say, would you take these
Yeah,
guys? So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
okay. That's what I'm at. I'm trying to see if there's any other like T Higgins.
Yeah, I'm calling him. And he do got a contract here. This
All these guys do. That's what I'm
yeah,
asking.
yeah, yeah.
All these guys are free agents, and it's a decent it's a decent amount of guys where they can go spend some money on.
I like that Kurt Samuel cat name.
Curtis Samuel, that's decent.
I don't really like I'm not gonna say Mike. I don't think Mike Evans will want to come to Carolina
Yeah.
on at this stage of his career. Or who else you said
I
T
said
hit
Tyler
yeah
Boyd.
Tyler Boyd.
T Higgins, I don't.
He might
He want the bag probably at that point.
yeah.
He probably won't be able to get it, and since his Joe got that bag,
Or
they
if
got
you go to another contender, they probably wouldn't be able to offer him that.
long term. So probably
But
you
he
never
could. Hey,
you never
could
know.
he go to the Browns possibly? Is that wide receiver one that they
I don't
could?
know, but I think T want that bag. I think that's the only way. Like if he leaves Cincy, it's gonna be like why Tyreek left Kansas City. It's gonna be for that bag.
But he went to a contender. In a sense,
No, 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 no,
bro.
no, no,
That's
no,
a
no.
legit playoff team.
When he went there, they was not contenders. Before Tyreek got there, they weren't contenders, and
No,
they still not contenders.
well, they wasn't, but I'm saying once they got Tyreek, cause they still had pieces. They had Tua, they drafted Waddle.
Yeah, I understand that. That was year two Waddle, and they finished 9-8. They weren't scaring nobody.
Yeah.
So he left for the money. He could have stayed on a contender for less money.
Okay.
He
Yeah.
went to a worse team for the bag, and that's why man T Higgins if he leaves Cincinnati, who is a contender,
Hmm.
consistent contender, we always know about Cincinnati. if he leaves them, he only 24. He ain't even 25 yet. So if he leaves them at this young in his career, he went to AFC Championship. He may say, "Let's run it back." But I know Jamar getting paid soon. Next year, actually, the year
Mm-hmm.
after this one, I know Jamar getting paid next year.
Yeah, Mixon.
I know Joe Mixon got to get. Joe already got the largest. I might as well get mine. People saying I'm a number one wide receiver, which I do believe. I do think if Jamar Chase wasn't over there, if he stay healthy, him with the Panthers should they I ain't gonna lie, the Panthers should hit that line. Cause I'm
Definitely.
really selling myself on that. Cause if they get a wide receiver with any type of like deep threat ability who can beat somebody
Cause,
consistently, oh my god.
Cause what I would do if I'm the Panthers, how I would reconstruct my team and how I would do it, like the method I would go about doing it is I will build my wide receiver core, my skill player positions through free agency in the offseason
Mm-hmm.
and build my trenches through the
But
draft.
and they do got a decent amount of picks, even though they don't have their own first round pick, which is messed up. But I was just looking at it. Hold on.
Yeah, that's why use your draft picks on your O line, your D line. Maybe you can spend it on like a tight end, a kicker, or something.
They got their own second, their own third, their own fourth. San Fran's fifth, Tennessee's fifth, and Arizona sixth. So they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's six, guys were, but
Three for each side of the ball.
that
Yeah,
they could be cooking in rookie contracts, and they got bread because they don't. Nobody really get made
that's
on.
why I'm saying like I will build my skill, like my
I can see
cornerbacks,
it.
safeties,
Yeah,
linebackers, running backs, receivers
it
through off season.
yeah, I would too. And
And build, what I'm saying, my front four on, all my trenches, draft them.
yeah,
I ain't got to go out there and go spend like the Bengals did with Orlando Brown. Go just spend some petty money where I could
yeah,
just spend,
draft.
yeah,
Yeah,
the draft
I
that.
believe that too. The Chiefs did that. And they was first team. When we lost our reach, the first thing we did was get draft picks, and with all those draft picks, you really want to draft receivers or right, just linemen.
Yeah,
Pacheco was the seventh rounder. We didn't care about this man until the seventh round. Creed Humphrey was a first rounder. Who was Joe Tooney? He was a second rounder. We were just picking up nigga linemen, defensive guys. You do that, you gotta. Bryce Young to me, he is this not a bust year. It's disrespectful to write him off. A lot of people are disrespectful to him. Fuck the Panthers is just a terrible organization. Haven't
hmm
been good in forever. They had CMC, wasn't good. They had Cam. Soon as Cam didn't play good at MVP exceptional level, they wasn't good no more. Literally, Cam
facts.
Newton literally had to be Superman. Literally, his persona
Also,
was
they did
Superman.
have a good defense.
They
Luke
did. Luke
Luke Kuechly
Kuechly,
was
yeah,
in the league.
they did have a good defense too. But Cam Newton was MVP, and Cam Newton led them to that 15. Man, Cam Newton was different for that team. And after that, it really went downhill. Bryce Young, probably not MVP potential, but he does have top 10 potential. It's probably hard to see it now just because rookie, not looking good. But I like the future going forward for Panthers. It's definitely bright. They use their money and don't hold on to it. Actually spend it and make good of everything they have. They are in perfect position to meet.
Yeah,
Perfect.
a wise man once told me. He said, "You supposed to be cheap with other people. Don't be cheap with yourself." So
Yeah.
if I'm these GMs, these owners, I'm not being cheap about my franchise. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go out and spend. You know, but we're gonna think that concludes that segment. We're gonna go ahead and lead into our NBA in season first ever NBA in season tournament. That started last Friday. Uh, a sweepstake of teams had played. If I'm not mistaken, the Knicks, Bucks had played.
Great game.
It was a great game. The Bucks end up winning that game.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I got you right here. Hold on.
Nuggets and Mavericks had
It
played.
was Cavaliers losing to the Pacers.
Mm-hmm.
It was Knicks losing to the Bucks. Warriors beating the Thunder. Nets beating the Bulls. Wizards losing to the Heat. Grizzlies losing in overtime to the Trailblazers. And the Mavericks the last game of the day, Mavericks versus the Nuggets. Mavericks losing. All these games was good.
Yeah. So who we got coming up?
Game we got coming up was it Tuesday? No, Friday tomorrow. We got the Hornets and the Wizards.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Wizards take care of business. They just played 76ers, Pistons, terrible game. Nets, Celtics. This is ESPN game, national televised. I see why it is. Defense 3-and-Ds versus, wings. I see it. Timberwolves versus Spurs. Jazz versus Grizzlies. Pelicans, Rockets. Clippers, Mavericks. I like that. Thunder's Kings, and then to finish it off, Lakers
So,
Suns. So it's not too many good games like it was on the first night.
I think it still would be because like the intense and because those would be all those teams' first game in the in season tournament.
That is true. I, what game? A game I'm looking at probably the most interesting probably be
That Clippers and
Mavericks,
Mavericks.
just because Clippers haven't been looking good. 0-2 with James Harden. 76ers been looking great without him. Mavericks have been looking good. They lost to the defending champs the other day in the. Damn, the Mavericks playing again. So this is their second game in the playing.
Now they you did you name them last time? That first game, I don't think you named them.
Yeah, they played the Nuggets. That was the last game of the day.
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
I remember watching that one
Oh
because
yeah, they did. Oh well,
Luke.
yeah, this their second
Yeah,
game
that was like damn, they played twice. And I
because
just
it's on it was third, the 10th, 17th, and the 24th.
yeah. Cause I think they probably won't play the next time then
Yeah, on the
and just make it
17th.
up. Yeah, but I think I'm looking at that game and I'm not gonna say I'm bringing more implications to it, but I am I'm watching it closer out because I'm expecting a little something. This Clippers offense looks terrible. There's not no fluidness. There's no ball movement. Just a lot of one on one.
I
Paul,
tried to tell you that.
you did, but I still think they are still getting acclimated. Second game playing with each other. It's the first time we haven't seen James Harden in the honeymoon phase, which every time you get to a new team, they look great, 5-0, 6-0 against teams that's not that good. First time we ain't seen that. I want to see when they do get acclimated, and this is a great game. Dallas Mavericks is not a good defensive team. They're not great. Luka, he's have been better this year. Kyrie is an underrated defender. Derek Lively, who's probable may not play today. Grant Williams, he's not. But those not just names who are on the defensive end. It's like, yeah, he gonna hold Paul George, Kawhi, and all those guys. But offensively, on the other side, you gotta guard Luka. You have to guard Kyrie. You got to guard these guys. And I just want to see that game because I know the Mavericks. I know how they're gonna play because they've been playing the same way since Luka got there. Luka heavy, and that's gonna lead to wins, either if it's or even close losses. I just want to see how the Clippers going to play with James Harden. You feel me?
Hmm.
How are you going? How is Ty Lue going to doctor the minutes? When is he going to take them off of restriction? When is they going to fully it don't look like they bought in. Like they were just walking up and down the court. It didn't look like nobody was really trying to really get involved. It really didn't look good. Like it didn't look like good basketball.
That was just because of the way they play. It's not more so. It's the pieces and the play style. They play styles don't match, and it's hard to bounce off four of those guys when you got them in the starting lineup. When they all you got off ball players, you got on ball players, you got hybrids who can do both. And I feel like the only guy that can really just do a hybrid of
Paul
playing off
George,
ball is Paul George.
he
You
been
know,
killing.
and Kawhi he needs the ball.
Mm-hmm.
James Harden before we turned this camera on, got the recording, I was just telling you, he's like a 2K player who can't shoot. He's spamming what's that L1 and asking for a pick and roll.
Yeah.
That's all he doing. That's the only way he can score unless he finna get it. He's not a player who can a three limit or you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I love players like that. I know what you're saying. Three dribbles and left.
Westbrook. He's not that type of player. And how if I'm Ty Lue, this really before we can get into our predictions because we're gonna start with the East first. But since you already brought this game up, we're gonna talk about it. How if I'm Ty Lue, how I would run this offense. If I'm obviously Russell Westbrook, he will come off the bench. Not just saying because Russ, you have been playing good. You have been doing all these things, but it just time with bringing James in is best for what's the team. I think what's best is to bring you off the bench so you can still be how you was before James got here, where nothing would really change outside of just you starting the ball game now. Your minutes probably would be the same. Production would still need to be the same. That's the only thing you'll probably just be sitting the first 5 to 6 minutes. But outside of that, Kawhi Leonard, I run a lot of 2-man actions and pick and rolls with Kawhi Leonard and James Harden where you can run Kawhi Leonard, he come and set the screen, he can slip a screen. They get that double. Now the point guard who holding James too small for Kawhi, he can just post up off the switch. He can pick and pop. He can roll. That can cause so many different problems. Like you just haven't and Zubac with him being your roller, he's a average roller as a big man, and I don't think he's a very good playmaker at the what I'm saying decision maker at the short roll situation. So I think that's really like their biggest problem, and I kind of figured that was gonna be their problem. They don't have snipers. Paul George is really their only outside threat who can just that's comfortable with just playing off the ball for real, who can get a rhythm. Kawhi Leonard. his game is not shooting threes. So he averaging 6 threes a game and shooting like 12% from three. That's not quite game. So when in that not doing them but enhancing it now with James Harden, where he got to be more of a catch and shoot threat. He not gonna be able to just keep catching on the perimeter and just rip through, and that's not efficient basketball. And that's really what you see in the first two games from the Clippers, and that's kind of what I expected. Because with James Harden, not saying he a bad player or anything. Yes, he is a point guard. That's why it's like he gonna boost Zubac points expeditiously, but it just his aggressiveness, him being a decision maker out the short roll whenever they decide to play double or hedge hard on those screens, and you have to be able to dump out. And Zubac got to be able to read the low man, high read, the high man, low man, the corner reads. I don't know, man, but they probably gonna finally get it. They probably gonna get it together later on in the season. But I just don't see it being a well-oiled machine. It's gonna be clunky a lot. And they don't really have shooting over there.
I don't know. I think it would be okay because they got to the Western Conference Finals with basically the same lineup, no shooting for real. Really, none of their lineup just had a lot of shooting, a lot of snipers really, but they had guys that would just get the job done. And I do think Westbrook should come off the bench. That's what I was alluding to when we talked about it the other episode. Bring Westbrook or Harden, one of the two, off the bench and allow you know the other guys to get going. Your star guys. Paul George is hooping. He's gonna get his. It look like this is his team really. He's taking over, averaging the most points. He look like he's the most comfortable playing the way just playing ball. And if he's gonna play like that, we seen him play at an MVP level before. Playing with Russell Westbrook. We seen him playing at this high of a level. So if he keep this up, you have Kawhi, who you know I don't know if he's getting old. I don't know if his age just don't really look the same the last few
The way
years.
he being used.
I don't know. Kawhi Leonard. I don't know. He make Kawhi. I do still like this team. I know once playoff time comes, Kawhi Leonard is gonna be his team. He ain't going for that in the playoffs. I don't know if it's gonna be enough to get it done. But he got a track record of showing up more times than not.
Yeah, I mean, but the teams they had previously, that the team that they put together complemented Paul George and Kawhi play styles. Like put them in a position to succeed in all facets of. They didn't have a Westbrook and Harden who needed the ball to be productive. And that's why and that's the only thing that I'm taking from you. Added two more ball heavy guys to take away from your two guys that's already ball heavy. Kawhi. That's why I say Kawhi. Him shooting 7, 8 threes a game. That's not you, bro. And the reason you shooting that poorly, you steady jacking these bitches up. You shot 20 some threes in the last 3 games. You only hit 3 of them. Stop shooting them bitches, bro. Like you got to get off the perimeter. You got to be on that mid post, the elbow. Tyloo, you got to start being creative now. Like you understand, you got James Harden. You knew you was getting James Harden in this trade. Hey, hey, you on the clock now, Tyloo. So
And I got faith in him. Give him some time. Terrence Mann came back. I think this team gonna look nice. I think this Mavericks game gonna be a big game though. It's already a little rivalry. They
I don't
played each
think
other.
Terrence Mann changed nothing offensively.
I just think he make the team. I just think he helps the team. He's been there. He know the system. He know his role, and that's what guys they need. Guys are not gonna take the ball out the guy's hand. He can score 40 points in the playoff game. We seen him do it in the playoffs without Kawhi Leonard. Score 40 points, lead them to that game, to that win. So you need a guy like that. You need guys like that. You need guys who gonna come in, know their role, and just play their role. Last year we seen it with the finals with the Nuggets. Christian Brown, Bruce Brown, guys just come in and play their role. And him coming off the bench now, because I think he was a starter coming into this season. Him coming off the bench, and hopefully Russell come off the bench. You got Russell Westbrook, you got Terrence Mann, you got Norman Powell. Mason Plumlee is missing time, so they do need a backup center desperately right now. They need to go find one. He out for months. PJ Tucker coming off the bench. They need some they need a center. They need a center. And
But
that's
that floor spacing is terrible. But I see what you're saying though.
you see what I'm saying though? It's good. It's decent because you got the guys up top where when it counts, you know what's gonna happen.
Well, it's 50-50 because we know if they healthy, because that's
Yeah,
why I
that's
say it's
yeah.
50-50.
See, that's
Because
what I'm talking. I don't. Yeah, I'm talking about is they healthy. Yeah, so I'm talking if they don't get hurt. Obviously, if they don't get hurt. I don't. And
I
again,
still
I
think
don't.
they second round exits.
I don't think they gonna be like just cakewalking over team. If they play against the Nuggets, they might get their ass out in the second round. But it's gonna be a good ass. They gonna good ass game and shit. Good ass series. The Nuggets. Defending champs just may have to get that job done.
But we're gonna start with the east side of
Why the
things.
East?
Uh, I don't know.
Why not West?
What you want to start with the West?
I'm just saying, why not the West? I'm just asking.
I don't know. What you want to do?
You can start with the East. I was just
Well,
asking.
we're gonna start out with the East. Who is the Group A for the East?
I thought you had this. Damn, hold on.
I can't do everything.
I didn't know we were starting with the East. I thought I didn't know
You
we
had the West. You got the West.
East Group A. Indiana, Cleveland, Philly, Atlanta, and Detroit.
So who you got winning out the Group A? Coming out victorious,
I got Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. I got Philadelphia as well. Uh, Philly, they've been playing well since the James Harden trade. That's one of the teams I got highlighted. Joel, he been, playing very well, averaging 32 points a game, 11 rebounds, uh, 6 assists. He averaging a career high in assists. Obviously Tyrese Maxey with James Harden being gone. You know, he said he spoke about this coming into the season. He knew his role. He was gonna be comfortable in his role that he's playing in this season, in this upcoming season. And so far, he's been playing good. He got career highs all over the board, averaging 25 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 7 assists. My key points for the 76ers right now, they fifth in defensive rating. The player that they acquired from the trade, Robert Covington, Nicholas Batum, they might not be cute, pretty names to the untrained eye, but I feel like from them coming from the Western Conference to the Eastern Conference, they're gonna help the 76ers because them two long defenders, they'll be able to stretch the floor, and I just think the pace is different from the West to East. Numbers said way more possessions in the West, way more shot attempts in the West than it is the East. So I think those players fit that type of system, the 76er system. Nick Nurse, he's integrating his type of implementing how he want to play in the play style, being physical, defensive, fifth in defensive rating, like I said. Uh, they're uh eighth in steals, and they're second in blocks. So that's a Nick Nurse respect right there. But I like the Sixers since the Harden trade, man. I could see them doing a lot of damage going further in the season this year. They leading the Eastern Conference right now.
The only team I'm looking at that can probably match up with them is Cleveland, just with the bigs. Detroit, I don't trust Jalen Duren as a rookie. Atlanta Hawks, Clint Capella. Not saying I don't trust Clint Capella, but the Hawks are a janky team. Cleveland, again, they do got the bigs to do it because they get a double team on with the Twin Towers. Pacers, Mal Turner, I think he can get them in foul trouble. So I got the 76ers.
How you feel about the 76ers after since the
I love them. I love them. I like how they've been looking. Tyrese Maxey, he going Kendrick Perkins. I heard Kendrick Perkins talking about it. And he was just dissing him a year ago. Tyrese Maxey is a hooper. I love players like that. Tyler Hero type guys, Jordan Poole type guys who he understanding his role as a point guard. And again, he was talking about it on JJ Redick's podcast where last few years it was hard to understand his role, which as a rookie, sophomore, junior, third year player in the NBA, it must be hard to understand your role when you playing with Ben Simmons and you thinking you finna come in and not as a rookie just get shots, like just take all the shots, but you thinking your main role is just gonna be I'm coming in to shoot the ball.
Mhm.
Then to see that Ben not playing no more, oh shit, I gotta Tyrese, we need you to handle the ball as a sophomore, as a second year player. All right, I can do that, but I was really training in my whole life to be like a shooter, a scorer, a guy put the ball, a Manuel Quickly type of guy, Tyler Hero, the guys who be doing that, and he did it. He was doing it good. James Harden came, flipped back to that role. Now James Harden not the way he back in that point guard position. Joel Embiid, this is the best I've seen him play. And if
Mhm.
I'm gonna be real with you, this is the best I've seen Joel Embiid play. He's playing to me. He started off better this year than he did last year winning MVP. I mean, 6 assists. I mean, and it visually you can see it. You can see the assists he's getting because he's playing more like a hub. The way Nick Nurse got him playing as a hub and everything go through Embiid, whether that's dribble handoffs, whether that's having him at the post and him being able to see the double teams come and make the right read. He get a lot of hockey assists that he don't even get
Mhm.
credit. People throwing the one more off the double team. this team, Kelly Oubre, Tobias Harris,
Yeah, I like Kelly Oubre.
this team is looking good. And after that Harden trade, Nick Nurse I think Nick Nurse, and Nick Nurse is a big upgrade for him.
Mm-hmm.
Doc Rivers wasn't doing shit at all. Nothing. There's no way you shouldn't have been having Joel Embiid and them guys playing like this. Because it's evident. Play through Joel Embiid, good things are going to happen. Let him get the ball. Don't just be spamming pick and roll. Don't be and then when you had Ben, you had this man in the dunker spot, knowing Embiid gonna work in there. So you got Ben in the dunker spot. As soon as Joel Embiid, like all you gotta do is get up on him. As soon as Joel Embiid try to, go in, charge.
But I also think another big takeaway is why I think this what another thing to the untrained eye, a lot of people won't see this, but to the trained eye in the basketball world, another underrated aspect of this Tyrese Maxey leap to me is that him being comfortable with his role. Obviously, him playing more of the point guard position this year with James being out. You know, him having that experience of playing off the ball is kind of helping, that transition to him being that point guard because now he allowed Tobias and Kelly Oubre to bring it up court. He allowed Joel to, kind of them be themselves where he don't have to just pound the rock all day
That's
to be,
him.
to be a, you know what I'm saying?
That's
That's
him.
that's why I say like that's one of the underrated aspects of how this team being able
And
to connect.
I think that's Nick Nurse. I think again a great coach, bro. Great coach. He don't get the credit because he did have Kawhi on that Raptors team and they didn't do nothing after him, which unfortunate. That was his. Damn, that's crazy. His first year he won a ring though. He's a good coach.
Yeah.
Way better than the and they both got similar resumes, only got a ring, and both of them I say Doc probably had a better team, but they both were great teams in history. Nick Nurse got this team, like you said, the fact that anybody can bring it up and it doesn't matter who's starting the set, that's Tyrese's game. He's been like that since high school. Since
Mm-hmm.
he's was a 5-star combo guard. He was just a small. He was a shooting guard. He was a point guard because he was small as hell. He was what 6'2"
Yeah.
and skinny. Like so, he was a shooting guard, but he was a combo just because he played one most of the time, guarded one. Because I mean he's small. He grew up in Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
Played with Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero was a shooting guard. Tyrese is a shooting guard. How both of them gonna play? Emmanuel Quickly had to come off the bench on that team. He was the point guard. So him getting back in this role.
Ashton was there too.
Ashton was there. Ashton Hagens definitely was there. Seeing him getting back in his role. Keldon Johnson was on that team. Seeing him get back to that team was deep. Soon as he get back in his role, Tyler Hero, when he got in that role coming into the NBA, that was his best season. The bubble when all he had to do was come off the bench, get buckets, and then we see him get better, elevate as a
Mm-hmm.
starter. Jordan Poole, we saw him do it. Come off the bench, G League guys like that. Emmanuel quickly doing it this year. He's showing that he has like his value playing off ball, playing with the ball, and I can get mine off whenever, no matter what. And this team is rolling, and I do think not we, but like basketball community slept on the Sixers because this team is definitely good. Like it's
Yeah,
a really
definitely.
good
That's why I
team,
say in like the pieces, the
really good team. I
the
love it.
pieces that they got from the trade. Like I said, they might not to the open eye like Lakers. They got a lot of Q names in acquisition, which we'll get into to them later on in the video. But the 76 they didn't get the high profile names, but they got guys they gonna understand the role. They got veteran guys that understand the game. They understand a high leverage moment. They understand the importance of every possession. They understand the importance of regular season for seeding things of that. They understand the nature of taking care of their body. Nicholas Batum. That's a awesome. Obviously he got that.
I was
That's
just gonna say
you,
that. Besides that, then yeah, he good.
you know what I'm saying.
Before
What I'm
why the
saying.
fuck Batum? Yeah, he
Yeah,
decent.
you know what I'm saying.
Just don't have him in the
Yeah,
fourth.
yeah, just don't have him in crypto.
In crypto in the fourth
Yeah,
quarter.
in crypto in the full court, just don't have me in. But outside of that, his name, his resume is
Yeah,
good.
you gotta.
Same thing with Robert Covington. Robert Covington, he played with Dame. He
Yeah,
didn't been,
NC State. Yeah.
and you know what I'm saying. He didn't been in high leverage games. He done been in, in those type of. He's 6'8", 6'9", lanky defender. That's another long. Like they played the Boston Celtics last night and giving Jason Tatum fits
Fuck
because
no. Jaylen Brown
I'm expecting, bro.
in jail. No. In jail. Jail. I'm Jason Tatum. Yeah, he still had the most rebounds again. He did a little something. So
Hmm.
Jaylen Brown was doing nothing. I'm like, is he playing? I thought he got hurt or something because like
Yeah,
I stopped watching because I was watching Wemby and them get fucked up. I'm like, okay, everybody's just getting fucked up today, huh? I went back to that one.
it's crazy that they be playing on TV while that game was on.
That
But
that game that we had to go through a whole nother app to watch that one, but I could just watch. That is crazy. Why the fuck is that on TV?
Wemby effect.
But that was a great win. That was a great win against the Celtics. Defense looked amazing. They held the
Because
Jays. They looked like they was in jail.
you got to think, you add Nicholas Batum, that's the boss Celtics kryptonite, lanky
Oh yeah.
defenders, long like you add two of those guys, still got Pat Bev,
Mm-hmm.
you got Kelly Oubre, D'Anthony Melton still long, lengthy, he's 6'6", can do all that. Tobias Harris, you got a lineup outside of Maxey, and obviously Pat Bev, you can go 6'6" and up. That's very that's what the Eastern Conference is.
That is.
But that's
That's
why
why I
that's
think the 76 is gonna be good though.
that's why I said that,
Perfect Eastern Conference team.
definitely.
Perfect.
That's why I said, because Nicholas Batum and Covington, they not Western Conference play style players. They
Mm-mm.
not meant for that pace to be able to get shots up and keep running up and down the
Batum
court
used
like
to
that.
when he first
You
left
know,
from the Hornets, but
yeah,
that's when he first got to the Clippers. He's a little older now, so nah. He needs to be right where he at because
yeah.
niggas ain't lighting that shit
Grind,
up in
grind,
the East.
right, grinding it
Except
out,
yeah,
slower possessions.
except for the Pacers, the only team in they group. They beat the Bucks. They the only fast team to me in the East who
And
just
that's because they a young team.
and I just think Tyrese Halliburton is just different. He just
Hmm.
one of I I'm a mellow guy.
Yeah,
I think
2.0,
2.0, 2.0.
2.5.
Shit, he mellow. I mean, they about. I mean, he older than Melo, so you know what I'm saying though.
Hmm.
He the way he could. I think he's producing. How it's hard to say because Melo on a terrible team. He is nice though, but he's producing at a higher. I think he's either at the same level higher than Melo's. Where I think
Top 5 PG.
a system of his own. No other East team played as fast as them. Why? No other point guard in the East, no matter who player they got on their team. You can have Joel Embiid, Giannis, Jason Tatum, all these great players in the East. Tyrese Halliburton don't got none of them guys. Nigga, I got me, four other dudes, and we finna run.
Hmm.
And y'all gonna have to get on transition. And if you don't get back in time, Obi Toppin gonna dunk on you. Bruce Brown gonna catch a body on you. Benedict Mathurin, I'm looking for him too. I'm gonna throw it back. That I love the Pacers. So if they do play each other, I would like to see how that
Hmm.
dynamic work out. A fast team and a team that I'm not gonna say the
and
Sixers are
and I think
slow.
and I think with the Indiana Pacers would get on problems because they got a lineup where they like to stretch the floor. So with Turner being able to stretch the floor, they can bring out, like tonight, brought out Lopez. You brought out Giannis away from the rim to give up a lot of opportunities. You got Buddy Hield who can shoot the three. Benedict Mathurin been lighting it up from the three. Tyrese Halliburton can shoot the three. Haysmith, I mean not Haysmith.
Neesmith,
Neesmith and
Nimhard,
Himhart shoot.
Nimhard.
Nimhart can shoot the three. Jackson can shoot the three. Uh,
Who?
Isaiah Jackson,
He can't shoot the three.
a little bit. He sometime.
Nah, I can't give you him. All them other guys, I give you.
Jalen Smith can shoot the three.
Yeah.
Bruce Brown can shoot the three.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they
They do gotta get yeah,
can
they gotta
stretch out the floor.
Tyrese is the perfect point guard for him. But I do like the 76ers out there
Yeah.
at that group.
Group B.
Miami Heat, the Bucks, the Knicks, Wizards, Hornets. Out of this group,
I ain't gonna lie.
I like the Heat.
In the season tournament. Ain't they 0-1?
Nah, they want to know.
They want to know.
Yeah,
Okay.
they beat the Let me see. The last game they played on Friday. Who did they just beat? The Wizards. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
they want to know. I got the Heat. The Bucks did just lose tonight. The Bucks lost to
But that
the.
one in season.
The show wasn't damn. Fuck, I wish it was. Damn, I wish it
I'm
was.
finna say that one season.
Damn,
And
cause
they wasn't even. I'm finna say that wasn't the same.
I wanted the Bucks cause look they both want to know. I wanted that to count for a loss for the Bucks. I wanted to go to Heat. I'm still gonna go to Heat. Bucks could win it.
I think I got a 3-way tie between them, Knicks, and where they all gonna be 2-2.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
You don't think
Or
so?
like 3-1.
I think the Heat. I like the Heat, bro. I like the
Because
Knicks decent, but I like the Heat. I like it. Tyler Hero is out, so I may have to change my damn answer to
that's really like why.
hold on, I forgot Tyler Hero is out. I may go with
Bro, I betted on this nigga Kyle Lowry last game on his under on 3-point attempt. Bro, he beat bro. He had it was under
he
on
shooting them bitches.
four 3-point attempts. I didn't even know he was starting. Bro,
Shit.
this man shot 4 of them in the first quarter.
Shooting them bitches. I did that one time, shit, like in a playoff game. and he did it, and it took him the whole game. I was like, "You sorry, bitch? Why you shoot
Right,
that?"
right. Now that's how I was last night with Chris Paul. You didn't hear me with Chris, bro. I went under on Chris Paul 9.5 field goal attempt. This nigga had 9, bro. The last shot was when he shot that pull up three.
Bro, fuck that, bro. Oh, I know he's talking about bro. This nigga Clay Thompson, all he do is shoot that bitch. I
Mm-hmm.
went over on his field goal attempt. All Clay Thompson do is shoot that bitch. All he had to do was shoot 15 shots. That's light for Clay. That's light. I was like, oh, okay, this nigga playing the Nuggets. We gonna get some shots up. He had 12 of them going into the fourth quarter. I'm like, fourth quarter, Clay starting the fourth. He
Mm-hmm.
gonna get 3 shots. Clay gonna shoot 3 shots in the quarter. Bro, that nigga Clay went 11 minutes, 59 seconds, and 58 seconds.
One shot attempt, huh?
That last bitch he shot when Chris Paul threw it to him. That could have went into overtime if you would have made it. I was like, bitch, you could have got more shot attempts than that should be fucking killing me, bro.
But nah, but yeah, I would probably have to, if I do have to pick one, I would probably have to lean towards the Knicks. I like the Knicks a little bit better. The reason why I want to go the Bucks, even though they are 1-0 right now, is simply because right the Bucks in 2023 they 5-2, which now they lost today. You said they lost to the Pacers, which will make them 5-3. They're 25th in defensive rating, 28th in defensive rebounding, they 22nd in blocks, they 23rd in transition points, 29th in assists. You know, a lot of that got to do with losing Drew Holiday. A lot of that got to do with adding Dame. A lot of that got to do with still trying to integrate everybody into pieces. But we kind of knew. I knew coming in, losing Drew Holiday, what kind of impact it was gonna have on them defensively. On the perimeter, you got Chris Middleton, who got a damn big ass knee brace on his leg every time he played. He be on minute restriction. You got Covington, Campaign, Dame, Malik Beasley. Them are your perimeter defenders. They're putting a lot of stress and pressure on Giannis. They're putting a lot of pressure, a lot of extra pressure and stress on Brook Lopez to, keep jumping up and down the contest these shots. And obviously, like I said, like we just said, when you play a team like the Pacers or like the Celtics, a team that can space you out and take away Brook Lopez, take away Giannis onto the Kupo to a certain degree, to be able to space the floor out to open up those lanes to the basket. That's kind of the has kind of been a Achilles heel so far. Not more so the interior, but the perimeter. Pause. Not it's pause. Pause. But it's been the perimeter, man. They get killed on the perimeter. If they got guard, if hey, I'm gonna give y'all a tip if y'all do sports betting. If you got a good guard that play against the Bucks, go over on their points. They gonna get that every time. Then another 29th in assists and 23rd in transition points. They pace is unacceptable. I think they still got to do with Dame and Giannis still trying to learn how to play with each other. 29th in assists, they second to last in assists in the NBA, which is crazy. But you lose in Dame, you lose Grayson Allen, you lose shot creation, you lose dribble penetration, you lose all those things that you had before. You did get Dame back in return. Dame, he's averaging right now 24, 4 and 5. His lowest points per game since 2014. Career low in assists. Giannis, he's averaging 24, 9 and 3. Career points per game low since 2016. His career low in assists since 2015. It's a lot of parts that we still need to. It's still a long season, so they still got a lot.
I love this part of the season because we overreacting to like the first 2 weeks. I love it. I'm here for it. I think this team gonna be decent. I don't disagree with the Knicks take though, winning the in season tournament. They do got a grimy team. They
And
them with them Sixers. They got a real Eastern Conference team. They got a team where they can beat anybody in the slugfest. They came back against that team against that game in the Bucks. Jalen Brunson was going crazy. If Julius Randle had a subpar better game, they probably could have won that game on the road. I like the Knicks pick though. I like the Knicks pick. I forgot that Tyler Hero did get hurt for a few weeks to months. So damn. So yeah, I'll probably go with the Knicks. They
that's
got
what.
a nice
And
roster.
I'm not more so just overacting to the Bucks. We seen them for 2 weeks. Collected.
That's overreact. I said we
What?
overreacting to the NBA because
Oh yeah.
it's the
Okay.
whole
Yeah.
season. That's what we doing at
Wait.
this point. At this point in the season, everything's overreaction. At
Mm,
this point, because 2 weeks in, you know what I mean. They got what 80, 70 some games to go. So
yeah.
everything at this point is overreaction. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you overreacting, but me, everybody be talking about basketball. It's only game, 8, 9 out of 82. So we all overreacting to whatever we're talking about just because it's back.
Yeah.
So that's why I say I'm here for it because shit, Dame averaging those numbers, that is kind of fucking ugly. Giannis averaging those numbers is kind of ugly. I don't expect that to keep up.
Yeah, I
But the
don't.
fact that is that's what's on tape right now. That is kind of ugly, and that's why I say we over. That's why it's the overreaction part because like, oh, well, yeah, and again, not saying that you did it, but we see people all the time because the Bucks. You still think the Bucks are a great team, a top 3 team in the East?
Well, yeah.
You think so? What was that year for?
because because the West is
Mm-hmm.
weaker than the West, and but I
Definitely.
still think they are formidable because they do have the second.
I asked you, do you think they are a top 3 team in the East?
Yeah.
You didn't. Yeah. Like I asked you something about the West. I asked you only
Well,
about the
not
East.
well. I'm saying that because the if they was like yeah.
In the East, they still, but if by the first few weeks, how they playing was we've been seeing was been on tape, which all we can go off of right now because that's all we seeing from NC. They haven't looked good.
Well, really, I was just trying to. I wasn't really trying to bring up the individuals in terms of like Dame and obviously I had to bring it up because they are having career
Okay, we
loads
did
of
bring up
season.
the stats, so I'm just
You know what I'm saying?
bringing
But
back the stats.
I'm more so I'm bringing up the team stats. The 25th in defensive rating. Those numbers
I
as a
understand,
as
but
a
you
team
brought up the stats,
perspective.
and I understand that. And I feel like we all, you said you knew that. I think we all, as a basketball watcher, knew that this defense was going to collapse aggressively. We seen it in the playoffs when they got eliminated. Drew Holiday was getting fucked up. They best defender. Nobody else was going to switch off Jimmy Butler. He was getting fucked up. They best defender, the best perimeter defender, was getting fucked, and nobody else was going to switch off. Once they traded him, it's over. They're cooked. You're burned. You got Malik Beasley, who is just coming off the bench for the Lakers, being your defensive stopper on the. We all, if you a basketball guy, you knew Dame wasn't gonna come in here and lock niggas up. You knew Malik Beasley. You knew you
But
should have known
but
that.
that's why I was saying. But that's compounding to like they to their interior 22nd in block. That's not like the Bucks.
They ain't like the Bucks, but I feel like they just starting off. I think they starting off hella slow, and they still 5-3. And they still look hella ugly right now. They could be 7-1 if they look better. They should have won tonight. They was getting fucked up in the first quarter to the paint. Fucked up. Fucked up. I'm talking about they was losing by 20 points in the first quarter today
Yeah.
to the Pacers. 20 points, and they came back to make it a game, which I respect Giannis because he dropped 50 points. Don't go unnoticed. He did drop 50 points tonight. Amazing game. I think he had a double double too. 15 assists. I mean, 15 rebounds and like 6, 7 assists. I'm like, damn, still lost. Yeah, you know why? That defense is
Terrible.
chicken. It's
I
chicken.
tried.
Kate Cunningham dropped 40. 40.
Honestly, if you're a guard, you gon' hey.
40. And this team, and they got a new head coach, Adrian Griffin. He has to figure this out. I think what you were saying about Ty Lue, he needs to figure this out.
Yeah, I think he do got way more on his plate than
Yeah,
Tyloo.
yeah,
Yeah.
because Ty Lue, nigga, he won the ring. He beat the LeBron allegations when he did that shit with the Clippers. He beat the allegations. This your first chance. You
Mm-hmm.
got arguably the best player, in
In
the game,
NBA,
and
yeah.
then you brought in arguably a top 5 still at this point guard who you made the biggest addition to the offseason. And
Yeah.
y'all and those stats, that come on, it shouldn't be. Come on
I
now.
would say he got a lot. He got to worry about perimeter defense, interior, and you got to 23rd transition point, 29th in assists. That's not gonna cut it. You
They
gotta
ain't
find you gotta
who
find out ball movement. Why are y'all 23rd in assists with Giannis?
I was like, who the la-
I mean, 23rd in transition points
yeah. I
with
don't get.
Giannis.
I guess because I don't know. They don't look that good, but because with they 5-3, I do think they'll be better. But damn, right now they're not looking as good.
I think yeah they will be better, but like the numbers that they at, I don't see them improving to like where they are, can be top 10 in any of these categories. It's probably except for maybe transition points. Maybe they could get their pace up better. I don't see them going from 29th to top 10 in assists. Don't see them going 25th to top 10 in defensive rating. Don't see them going from 28th to top 10 in defensive rebounding. And
I
maybe blocks. I could probably see them
I
going
can
from
go.
26,
I can see them.
22nd.
I can see them going up in a lot of those categories, just because a lot of teams have been getting off to great defensive. This start of this season, a lot of teams who's supposed to have been bad are doing good, and their defense has been looking good. A team like the Rockies. The Rockies, I'm not buying that their defense is that damn good to that where they are a top 10 defense. But from what they showing, numbers say they're a top 10 defense, and but I don't think that's gonna keep up. But I do think the Bucks can make it. I think their defense can weather out to what their offense is doing, and they can figure out what they're doing. But back to the in-season tournament, I like the Knicks though, just because Jalen Brunson, I think it's his team. I think he's showing New York, Tibbs is his team. Julius Randle, I don't even think he's at this point. No disrespect to him, he's a second option. I think they going with RJ Barrett the way he's starting off this season. Again, overreaction. Only been 9 games, shooting a career high at 3-point shots, almost at 41%. RJ Barrett shooting almost 40% from three. That's a fuck that on 7 attempts. You never thought you would hear those words. RJ Barrett averaging close to 21 points. He's killing this season to start off. Julius Randle, he still get the attention. That's the number one guy. So he's more so
Distributor.
the distributor. What when he do decide to take those shots, they be bad shots. It be shots that stop the offense, shots that get everybody out their momentum. RJ Barrett is playing exactly in the flow of the offense. If they give it to him when he on the move, he going downhill. He putting pressure on that rim. If somebody collapsing the defense, whether that Quinn Grimes, Josh Hart, Dante DiVincenzo, or Jalen Brown, or Julius Randle, he can be right there spotting up for that three where he been at 40% this season on 7 attempts. RJ Barrett and the Knicks, the defense gonna be there. The defense gonna be there. Tibbs is gonna preach that. I know he's gonna preach that every day. Hey, hold them. Let's try to hold them under 100, and we got a great chance of winning. They do it. They do that. I think if they had that mentality against a team like the Bucks, they did just lose. But I think if they bounce back, if they play them again, the Bucks don't want to play them again right now. They already know what's up. I got the Knicks, man. The Knicks looking up right now.
Yeah, I got the Knicks as well too.
Fuck the Heat. I didn't want to, bro. Damn, Tyler. I would have went with the Heat if Tyler didn't get hurt. I can't trust Jimmy Butler, bro, till he get that shit done. What? Oh no, we in the East still. East Group C. We got Brooklyn, Chicago, Boston, Toronto, Orlando.
I think that's kind of easy.
This the simple
Boston.
bracket. Yeah, not too much to talk about these 5 teams. How did they even get matched up? In the group, we got West Group A. We got Portland.
Oh, who are your wild card for Group E? I mean, for the East
Oh, my wild card team
to come out. Cause
Mm,
you had the Bucks,
I had Bucks,
76ers.
Sixers.
No, you had the Knicks.
Yeah, Knicks, Sixers, Celtics, and there's one more team or two. One.
No, it's 4 groups, ain't it?
No, it's Group A, B, and C.
Oh well, yeah. So one more your wild card team that you come out.
Yeah, so it's one more. So my wild card team will probably be.
Probably the
Ooh.
Bucks, right?
Uh, I'm gonna say Detroit. I'm a Detroit. I'm rapping with my guy. I'm gonna say Detroit just because
And
that's the bias. You know what I'm saying?
and I'm going and I'm going with the Pacers, man.
They can make it. They number one. They number one right now. Or number two right now in the standings. So they definitely probably gonna
Yeah, I
make
can.
it. West Group A.
Mm-hmm.
We got Portland, Memphis, Phoenix, Lakers, Jazz.
Uh, Obviously I got the
I
Suns.
know you gonna hang up the numbers. What you got about them?
No, nothing about the Suns.
We ain't got nothing about the Suns.
No, we ain't got our full team right now. Can't really just give
No. I ain't talking about nothing negative. I'm talking about the positive. We ain't got nothing good about the Suns.
I mean I got
some good things, bro.
yeah,
I've been on TV a little bit.
yeah, we definitely got some positives to where we can take away for not having our backcourt net.
I've been saying I definitely was I've been a guy on the Suns depth because last year I wasn't big on y'all depth. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Pause. How deep y'all are.
I told you.
When you told me last year, I didn't believe
No,
it.
no, no. I'm saying open tonight. I wasn't gonna do no talking. We just doing standing on business because there's no need to if y'all watch the games, you'll know. But the Lakers, they 3-5. They got a 3-5 record, man. 19th in defensive rating. They 22nd in steals, 22nd in scoring, 29th in 3 points made. And we already had a discussion about this, talking about the offseason acquisition. Everybody swore up and down. Not just the media and ESPN and all these things. They had the Lakers best offseason accusations and all that. Players shooting 35% or better from three on the Los Angeles Lakers. Rui, he's shooting three attempts a game. He's shooting 42%. Uh uh what's Christian Watson, he's shooting 3 attempts a game and he's shooting 42% from the field. And AD. one attempt a game and he's shooting 43%. Everybody else is 30 and under. That's why what did y'all really improve on? For real, for real. So that's really why I got the Suns. I don't really like the Lakers. They offense is cloggy. They don't really have too much creation. Uh no shooting. Uh lack of depth, lack of continuity of playing together, understanding their roles, understanding how to play off each other, things of that nature. There's so much wrong with the Lakers that it's hard to just pinpoint one thing. But if I would, it would probably be the three point makes and just how everybody overrated their offseason acquisitions. Gabe Vincent, he averaging under 10 points. Christian Wood under 10 points. Torian Prince under 10 points. Cam Reddish under 10 points. Jackson Hayes under 10 points. You brought these guys in because they're names, basically.
Yeah, I got the Suns too. I mean, the Lakers, no AD, really a really a weak group to be honest with you. Jazz, Memphis, Portland. We talking about the Lakers. I'm looking at Memphis, bro. I'm scared for them guys. I'm literally scared, nervous. I'm
Ja for MVP.
job for MVP. Fuck, he ain't gonna play enough games. You know
No,
that.
I'm being funny because obviously his team is shitty.
I'm gonna say if he could get them to 30 wins, shit, he'll be MVP. Them niggas, if they win 5 games without Ja, I guarantee you, like, bro, I'd be happy for him.
Mm-hmm.
Out of these, you shouldn't be losing to the Portland Trailblazers ever, ever, ever. With no, and they didn't have Scoop. Scoop did not finish the game. He did not play that game. I don't think he. Grizzlies. I understand. No Ja, no Stevens. You got no Brandon Clark. You got none of these guys. You still have Marcus Smart, Desmond Bain, Jaren Jackson, DPOY. What was that award John won? Fucking most improved. He gave to Desmond Bain that should have been his. Marcus Smart, DPOY. Y'all niggas lost to the Portland Trailblazers. DeAndre Ayton, Jeremy Grant, Shaden Sharp, who was young. Anthony Simonson needs to. He wasn't even playing. Malcolm Brogdon. I'm scared. That's probably the second, besides the Wizards. The Wizards are trash. Behind the Wizards, the second worst team in the NBA. And if you can't win those games, and it was an in-season tournament game, which had more implications to it, you gonna win those games without Ja. I literally am scared for them when they play against, the higher echelon teams. Teams in the West.
You know what I'm saying? We played them on my birthday, and we should be fully healthier when we play them. So we,
I'm scared for him. John not gonna be back until what, December?
yeah,
I'm
after
scared
Christmas.
for. I'm 20 games, 25 games without Ja. I didn't expect them to be this bad. I thought they would be like 500, hovering above it. And again, we still overreaction. I don't think it's overreaction because nigga, the Trailblazers, bro, no Scoot, no Anthony. That's their two top scoring options, and you lost that game. So and that's a weak conference. I got the Suns. Suns been looking good. KD been holding it down by himself. I like this team. Devin Booker, Bradley Beal looked good. He won me some money the other day. He looked good in the debut. I ain't expect him to come out looking that
Man, y'all
nice.
stay tuned once that backcourt get healthy. Hey, it's up.
West Group B, I got the Suns. You got the Suns too.
Mm-hmm.
West Group B, Denver, Dallas, Clippers, Pelicans, Rockets.
I'm torn between. I'm gonna say the Nuggets since they already got a win over the Mavericks, because that's what I was torn between.
Me
Because
too.
I don't really see anybody else really posing a legitimate threat to the Nuggets. Not just saying that the Nuggets is so much more dominant, but just saying because I don't really like the Clippers.
Mm-hmm.
The Mavericks, they already lost against them. I don't like the Pelicans, so I would have to go to Nuggets.
I feel you. I'll probably go Nuggets too because yeah, with that logic, I don't probably see these other teams beating them. I don't know. I don't even know if they play the Clippers in season play. Do they?
They in the same tournament group,
They
I
all
think.
play each other though.
Yeah, they all play each other once.
They may get one. I don't know if they'll go undefeated in this tournament. Cause say Dallas, I got Dallas in. I think Dallas will win the rest of their games. I think the
That's
Clippers.
why I said it was gonna be a three-way tie in the Group East B
I
with.
got I feel what you're saying. Yeah, I got the Dallas Mavericks, man. They've been looking like a way better team. Luka Doncic, he's one of a kind. My MVP, my guy, my coach. I've been repping him since he was a rookie. I posted on my Instagram. He gonna be better than Brian. Niggas looked at me crazy, and the shit he's been doing, starting off his career. Braun like, very very Braun like. First 4 years, Braun like, literally identical. Went both of them took their team to the conference finals in year four. First 3 years, averaging near triple doubles. Amazing stat line, 27 points in year three. It's just like LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
I just think Luka Doncic uh with his skill can be better than LeBron because LeBron was more dominant. I think Luka Doncic skill wise having to step back, being 6'8" and being able to shoot over everybody.
And a better post game footwork.
Yeah, better. I want to say better pass, playmaker. About the same playmaking skills, but they're both great playmakers. So I don't want to take one away from the other. But everything Luka got, he could be the GOAT. He could be the MVP. He's playing amazingly. I like Kyrie Irving. He's looked like he's deferring more than he ever has in his career. Not looking to beat like more so of a scoring option. He's looking,
Facilitating
yeah.
your career high in assists.
I'm loving what I'm seeing from Kyrie Irving. I'm loving what I'm seeing from the Mavericks. Derek Lively, rookie, is looking impactful as hell. Jason Kidd, I guess he got him bought in. I guess he just needed a fresh, a full year with him, a full season, full off season, the summer. Like, hey, you gotta lock in. Last year that wasn't us. That's not what I want. That's not what we need to be. Because offensively they're gonna be good. If Luka, as long as they got Luka, they'll be straight. It's defensively where they've seen a lot of improvement, getting stops, rebounding, finishing out, closing out possessions, not allowing multiple possessions on one possession, like multiple shots on one possession. I got the Dallas Mavericks just because the Nuggets. I think they will. Hopefully they lose to another team.
Mm-hmm.
No Jamal Murray. They still got Jokic, MPJ in it. They probably won't lose nobody else. But if the Rockets snuck on them, I wouldn't be surprised. If the Pelicans, if they played them in Zion and Bi went crazy, and it was just a punching match, a boxing match. But I probably have to the Nuggets and then the Mavericks.
Yeah, I like that. With the Mavs, he definitely Jason Kidd got him bought in, and I just like the overall standpoint of you seen what you need to prove on it, and you proved on it. When they got Derek Lively, you last year, and you ran a lineup with nobody over 6'6". Now you got Derek Lively, a vertical threat, mobile big who can be able to be a live threat, be able to deter shots at the rim.
Love them.
You went and got Grant Williams, somebody who can stretch the floor, who can bring
Decent.
a certain type of physicality, who's been in the high leverage playoff games, high leverage moments, who can knock down big shots, who also can play physical, hard nosed deep pause on the best opposing team. You got Kyrie Irving. He, like you said, he deferring. He's really bought into the team continuity aspect of the game. Not really worried about his numbers. He did everything in his career individually outside of obviously winning MVP and things like that. But got a ring already, and he trying to get another ring to add to his resume. That would be even better than what he can do individually. So I do like this team,
I love the Mavericks.
but I just have to go with the Nuggets right now since they already have a win over the
Yeah, I
Mavs.
feel you. Yeah, I feel you definitely. I don't think the Nuggets will lose again, but I like the Mavericks. I've been on Lucas since day one, and they actually are looking good with him. Like actually look like
Yeah.
this is the best I've seen them look with Luca. The best team. And it's funny. It's looking nice. Mark Cuban, you doing your thing over there, guy. So I got the Nuggets too, and then my wild card probably be the Mavericks. Next, West Group C, another great group. We got the Warriors, the Thunder, Kings, Timberwolves, and the Spurs. And y'all know why I got the Warriors, man. I got Golden State, oldest team in this group, the oldest team in the bracket. I think they did that for a reason. They did it on purpose. Adam Silver trying to be funny, put us with all the young guys. I see. Think they gonna outrun us. All right, cool. We took out the OKC Thunder. Track me 141-139. Crazy high game. No defense on display. Blue Door was not missing. Literally
Boy,
did
was
not
not.
miss a
I
beat.
betted on that
Look, I
nigga.
did too. And I was like, damn, this nigga is going crazy on them niggas. 6 for 6 from three, 29 points. Chet Holmgren looking good. Jalen Williams a great player. None of that can stop Steph Curry, number 30, dropping 30 points. I like this Warriors team. Just experience being in high level situations, being in championships, they understand what winning a trophy is about and understanding, these are young teams. The Spurs got to be top three in turnovers because Wemby get like four a game, him alone. So I know they got to be like top three. You got the Kings, no De'Aaron Fox at this point. They've been looking weak without him, so I'm already exiting them out. Timberwolves, the only other team where I have competition with because they are a great team. Anthony Edwards and Jay McDaniels. Amazing 2-3. Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum of the West to me. Feel me? I think what's his name? Jalen McDaniels. If he could get the offensive skill set that matches defense, this wing duo can be like the best in the NBA type shit. I still gonna take the Warriors though. I still gonna take Steph Curry. Never can bet against my guy. no matter how much Klay Thompson and the other guys, Wiggins, where have you been this season? Where have you been? I don't know what happened with these guys. Steph Curry gonna keep us afloat. All we gotta do is win 4 games. We already won to know, beat the Thunder. You just gotta beat the Timberwolves, and I'm confident we can beat Wemby and them, and I'm confident we can beat the Kings to go make it to the Cup. And you know what's gonna happen at that point.
I'm torn between this one too. I got a three-way tie between the Warriors, Timberwolves, and the Thunder. I like the Warriors, like you said, they the most experienced ball club. They still got Steph Curry. They have been looking better this season. They just know how to win ball games as opposed to these other teams and that's in a bracket. Much younger and things like that. They already want to know, so they already got a 1 game head start above everybody else. The Thunder, I like the Thunder. I can see them beating the Spurs. I can see them beating the Timberwolves. And I can see them. They got a good team, and also vice versa with the Timberwolves. I can see
Mm-hmm.
them beating the Thunder. I can see them beating the Warriors. See them beating the Spurs, but I could also see them losing to the Warriors or the
Yeah.
Thunder. You know what I'm saying? But if I had to pick, I would have to go with the Warriors. But my you said your wild card is the Mavericks. My wild card would have to be the Timberwolves, man. Timberwolves right now they currently 5-2, and I tried to tell y'all they was gonna be a top 4 seed in the West. It is 9 games so far, but the two wins that they got right now that they 5 wins. They beat the Celtics and the Nuggets. They gave both the Celtics and the Nuggets they first loss. Obviously, the Celtics lost again last night, but the Timberwolves they first in defensive rating, they fifth in blocks, and they third in opponents points in the paint. The defense with Anthony Edwards and Jay McDaniels uh, on the perimeter has been locked down. They put Jaylen Brown, they put Jason Tatum in jail when they played them. They had Bi and them in jail when they played them last night. Uh, the Timberwolves team is legit, man. They had Jamal Murray in here too. Like you already know Rudy gonna give you on the interior. They offense. I seen the vision, bro. Like I said, that I seen the vision. I seen what they were trying to do. I feel like they still a 40% 3-point marksman away. That's the only key piece that they missing. I wish they would have got Drew Holiday when the Bucks traded him. Just push Mike Conley to the bag up point guard role. Having Drew Holiday and Jay McDaniels and all in the same lineup, that would have been crazy. But I still think they a sniper away from actually making a true run. But Anthony Edwards his league having career high in points, obviously across the board. 28 points per game, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 51% from the field, and is leading the NBA right now for guards in defensive rating. And he's third overall in terms of games played and minutes that all match up. You know, in the NBA in defensive rating. So that just goes to show you the two-way aspect that Ant brings to this team. Obviously, we know what Jay McDaniels brings, all NBA defensive type of guy. Rudy Gobert, multiple DPOY type of player. I like this Minnesota team, man. So that would have to be my wild card. And I was torn because I either had if I didn't pick the Warriors, I was gonna pick the Timberwolves and have the Warriors be my wild card. But for the simple fact they do know how to win games and things of that nature, Draymond is coming back. I think they can pull it off, and they already got a 1 game lead.
Yeah, man. Thunder. That how you high on the Timberwolves. That's how I am with the Thunder. Almost everything you said about the Timberwolves, I could literally say about the Thunder because those two teams are going to be the next teams in the West. I can see it too because they teams really match each other perfectly. When you look at not Cat Chet Rudy, they basically the same player. One is more offensively gifted.
Yeah, Luke Dort and J Dub.
Lou Dort, you got Lou Dort, J Dub, you got Shay and Ant. That two the shooting guard, two-way shooting guard, small forwards, whatever you want to call them, wings, whatever you want to call them, classify them. Who are the best player on the team? You got Josh Giddey, you got Lou Dort, you got Jalen Williams, you got the other Jalen Williams out there, Joe. I like this Thunder's team. I think this is their year to make it to the playoffs. Last year it was they like get some actual rep in. What Greg Popovich said about San Antonio Spurs this year. Let's win some games. Like
Mm-hmm.
we could get the number one pick again. Like what would that do for us? We just got it. Let's win some games. We don't got to win all of them. let's have some improvements.
Yeah.
Last year was the Thunder year where they had that improvement. Same with the Kings. It was you got to have that improvement year to where we can build off this, go off that, and then we can go. We all we got is up because we getting more continuity. We playing better together. I like the Timberwolves and I like the Thunder. It's just the Warriors are in a conference. If the Warriors was in the A with the Lakers and the Suns and they moved like the Rockets out or whoever's in there with them, one of them young teams, then I'll probably have one of those two teams making it. But just because like it's just the Warriors,
Mm-hmm.
seasoned team, veteran led team, and Steph Curry is just Steph Curry. Is it, and they just young. They just too young at this point. I just feel like they definitely make it a good game though. It's not gonna 2 points. 2 points all OKC lost by without Shea. 2 points. They was in that game and it was just Steph Curry with the last second shot. So that's literally all that's the only reason I'm picking the Warriors.
I,
Not
res-
even no bias.
I respect it. I respect it. That's all the.
That's all of them.
Yeah, man. This was a good
It
episode.
was.
A good episode. But yeah. So what? So let's go back over a little right before we leave real quick. Who we got?
All right. East Group A, I got the Philadelphia 76ers.
Me too as well.
East Group B, I got the New York Knicks.
Uh, I got the Bucks,
East Group C, Boston Celtics.
the Celtics,
West Group A, I got the Phoenix Suns.
Phoenix Suns,
West Group B, Denver Nuggets
Denver
with
Nuggets,
the Dallas Mavericks as the wild card for me. And West Group C, Golden State Warriors.
and the West Group C would be Warriors. With West wild card would be the Timberwolves, and East wild card would be the Pacers for me.
West East wild card for me. What did I say?
You said
The Detroit Pistons, baby.
Pistons.
We here. We here.
That kind of this wraps up. I don't know what episode this is, man.
36, I want to say.
36, 37, which one, whatever it is. Man, if y'all still watching, bro, y'all go and hit that subscribe button. We almost at 250 subs. We trying to go ahead and get over this, get to 300 by the end of this month, so we can get as close to being monetized, close to 500 subs as possible before the New Year's hit. So y'all gonna hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, support us. Also follow us on our social media platforms. You can see all our YouTube shorts, all our short video clips on that platform, on Instagram, on TikTok. We off the bench, uh, all together with no spaces. You can type that into your search bar. TikTok and Instagram, and also on Instagram, we off the bench, no spaces. We off the bench, no spaces. Subscribe, follow, like, tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend about this up and coming podcast. Season two for New Year's, we got a lot of things in store to show y'all. Bigger, better things for y'all coming, and we out.